Alright, show them the headset.
Why you wrote off on it?
Because we told them we'd show them how sturdy it was. It doesn't move.
We need to make another video, Jeff.
Okay. Alright, welcome back, guys. You may have seen our last video where we showed you how to do the DO1 headset swap on the US model SA50 Elite. This time, we're actually going to be showing you how to do a Dj50 Kimco headset swap on an SA50 Elite. This particular bike, I wanted to keep the original US gauge cluster on, so to keep its original mileage. And it also allowed me to keep the original wiring, which made this swap much simpler. So a lot of people have had questions since, so hopefully we're going to clarify all that in this video for you. First, let me get my tools and we'll go ahead and take it apart. First off, I'm using the original gauge cluster, the original dash wiring harness, and the original switch set from the Elite 50, the US model stuff. And I've swapped all that into the rear cover for the Kimco here. So you'll notice this is in mile per hour, and this is all the US switches. They're just slightly different colorway. I do have a headlight on and off switch. We're going to touch on that in another video, but for now we're talking about just how to make the Dj50 swap work electrically on your US model SA50. The first thing you're going to notice is that the Japan bike has these square clips where you got like an H4 type plug for the US bike. So I just made a quick jumper harness. That's a spare plug I had on a parts bike or parts harness. I made a quick jumper for the headlights so that they function right. And if you want to look at your colors for reference, I've matched all the colors from plug to plug. The white wire goes to the top in the middle there. When you're facing it, when the plug's facing you, blue is on the left, green is on the right. The turn signals have the same color wires left to right, so it's kind of a trial by error thing here to get left on the left switch and right on the right switch. But if you'll notice, I just cut the leads right there, and I cut the Elite pigtails, and I just spliced them together right before the plug, so that all plugs in just like factory. Alright, just a couple more notes I want to make about this. On the Dj50, since it is based off of the Elite 50 frame, this post is going to be the correct length, so you will not be shaving this down like we did for the DO1 headset. Just like we did on the DO swap, we're just going to cut these mounting points off and we're just going to leave them. I always like to put a little paint there so they don't rust. Doesn't matter what color, it'll never be seen again. But we're going to remove these, we're not using them, throw them in the trash. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on, which can be kind of tricky, so take your time. Alright, now that we've got it back together, we're going to come up here at an overhead view and talk about some of the differences. Right off the bat, you're going to notice this actually covers that early portion of the throttle tube. It does give you a little bit extra room over here on the left, so I went ahead and put some of the newer style Ruckus grips on it because they're still available from the dealer. Other than that, since the headset is a little bit wider, you're able to actually use the mirrors in the factory location. Unlike the DO1 headset. And I'm going to go ahead and just screw that on right now. Okay. Other than that, your bike should be fully functional. Like I mentioned earlier, I do have a headlight on and off switch. We're going to make another video, so be on the lookout for it, talking about how to wire this into a US model bike, because like once again, this bike is using its original US cluster, its original US harness, and its original US switches, with the exception of this one. Alright, one more note I'd like to make. This front screw on the Dj50 headset I actually didn't use because this plastic is so brittle. It doesn't exactly line up perfectly. I didn't want to take a chance of cracking the brittle plastic. The OEM stuff for the DO is much stronger. There's no issue there. But it's completely not needed. Headset's nice and sturdy. Good to go. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. Hope this was helpful. We'll see you next time.
went out the damn door.
We'll see you in the next video. Also say something cool this time.
Yeah.
Cool stuff to say, Carl.
Hey guys, just wanted to kind of update you on some things. We're going to start taking these technical videos in about 2 weeks after they launch on YouTube. We're going to be putting them on our Facebook page. The link to the Facebook page will be in the description below. We're going to first have some of the videos, the technical ones from Season 1, and then the ones like you're seeing now are going to slowly come in about 2 weeks after they premiere on YouTube. Something else I want to update you on, just kind of like the editing side of things, like what I do, the filming editing. Last time we had all my gear from New Orleans down at Jeff's house, the 2 monitors, the large chair, the desk, everything in Carl's editing cave. We're not doing that right now for this season. I just in one of other Jeff's rooms with his laptop, same one we took to California with us, and a kitchen chair, which is what we're editing on right now. Just kind of give you guys an idea in case you're ever wondering what's Carl editing on or what's the editing setup. And we're just shooting things on a Sony A7 III, if you ever wondered that. Just kind of in case you ever wonder what that side of things are. You might not care, I don't know. Another update you may have seen in some videos, and that is Jeff and Raven have painted the garage. It used to be a very nasty kind of color before. Now it's a nice light gray. It looks very good. Hope you're enjoying it, the aesthetics. They also recently painted another room in the house light gray. It's, as Jeff calls it, it's the engine room. Yes, Jeff wants to have a clean room to tear down and rebuild engines in. So look forward to that, guys, because that's going to be some interesting content. Because it leads into more things in the future. Recently, we set up an address, which this is it on the screen right now. It's also in the description below. It's also on our About section. The reason kind of stuff this is for anybody like sponsors or anything, they have an address to send to. But I'm telling you guys about it because we wanted to do live streams in the future, but the internet connection at Jeff's house is very bad where we can't upload anything, let alone do a live stream. In town, we might be able to pull it off, but we're just crossing his fingers. I'm not very hopeful of it. But what I wanted to do is give you guys a way to maybe send in questions that you really wouldn't put on a comment on a, let's say, scooter video. You wouldn't ask a question maybe like, hey Jeff, how'd you get into cars? Or hey Jeff, what's your favorite drift car? Or maybe you have a really long specific technical question that just shouldn't be on a comment section because it's really long and very specific. We want to give you guys a way to like maybe type up those letters or whatever, kind of like fan mail. Because not really like fan mail, it is fan mail. But anyway, give you guys a way to kind of send that in to us and for us to get it and read it and respond. But yeah, that's kind of something we want to do in the future. We wanted to do it live, but can't do it right now. So yeah, that's a little update for you guys. Hope you're enjoying the new content, and stay tuned, subscribe, and like, and all that jazzy stuff YouTube recommends for the algorithm. Anyway, see you guys next time.